この戦いには、絶対に勝つ。
Hello everyone, I'm Ryan Hart and I will be guiding you through the strikes tutorial, starting with the high properties of strikes. High strikes hit standing opponents, but they whiff on crouching opponents, and they are blocked while standing. Mid strikes, on the other hand, hit both standing and crouching opponents. They are blocked standing, but they cannot be blocked while crouching. Low strikes hit standing and non-neutral crouching opponents. They cannot be blocked standing, and are blocked crouching. They are auto-blocked when you're in a neutral crouching state, and they whiff against jumping opponents. You can find out the height properties of your strikes by activating your character's move details. Strings are attacks that are made up of a series of inputs. The timing between these inputs can be slightly delayed. This adds an extra factor in mixing up the opponent and baiting out a response from them. When your health meter goes down to 50% or less, it will start flashing red, indicating that you can perform a cinematic attack known as a power blow. Every character has their own power blow input, made up of a direction and P plus K. Power blows are done by holding that input until the wind effect appears. The direction where your opponent will be blown can be controlled by moving the camera during the brief cinematic. This can be used to trigger the different danger zones in the stage. Some danger zones can only be activated using power blows. A power blow charge can be cancelled into sidestep by pressing up or down while still holding P plus K. On block, power blows can cause guard break. You can only perform one power blow per round, after which your health meter will stop flashing. Uncharged power blows, which you get by releasing P plus K before the wind effect, or performing the power blow input when your health is still above 50%, will result in a normal strike. This strike, however, can still be cancelled into sidestep. But it does not cause guard break on block. Keep in mind that the power blow cinematic cannot be triggered on an opponent in an air state. The majority of the strikes in the game are made up of non-tracking moves, which are moves that hit in a linear pattern and therefore can be sidestepped. Tracking moves, however, are moves that hit in a circular pattern and therefore cannot be sidestepped. Knowing the tracking properties of your attacks and your opponent's attacks can be very effective both offensively and defensively. You can find out the tracking properties of your strike by activating your character's move details. Although you cannot sidestep tracking moves, you can still free-step dodge from some which have airborne tracking. High crushes beat out high strikes by ducking under them. Low crushes beat out low strikes by jumping over them. Knowing your character's crush moves and when to use them can be very useful in turning the tides of a match into your favour. Also, keep in mind that there are some high crushes that go low enough to crush some mid strikes as well. The numbers on the bottom right next to the word frame indicate the frame data of whatever move you are attempting. The number on the left shows the startup frames, meaning how many frames the move takes until it hits. The bigger the number, the slower the move, and vice versa. The number on the right shows the amount of advantage or disadvantage you are in at any given situation. If the number is positive, then you have the advantage. The higher the number, the more advantage you have. If the number is negative, then you are at a disadvantage. The lower the number, the more disadvantage you have. This number can be influenced by a number of factors, whether your attack connected on hit or on block, whether your opponent's attack connected on hit or on block, whether the attack connected on normal hit or counter hit or critical stun. The distance between the two characters on impact, the duration of the charge with some charge moves. And whether the player getting hit attempted a stagger escape. Understanding these numbers will help you plan out better offensive and defensive strategies. Punishing an opponent's attack. When an opponent's attack puts you at a given positive number of frames of advantage. If you have a strike that has a startup of that number of frames, -2 or less, that strike is guaranteed and cannot be punished. Also, when you hit your opponent with an attack that puts you at a given positive number of frames of advantage. If you have a strike that has a startup of that number of frames, -2 or less, then that strike can connect. Frame traps are a very useful way to bait out a response from an opponent to score a counter-strike. When you're at frame advantage, following up your attack with another strike creates a frame trap which is equal to the startup frames of the next strike minus the advantage frames. the smaller your frame trap is, the more likely it is to beat out faster strikes. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, favorite, and subscribe, and click here for another amazing tutorial. I sound like one of those answering machines or something.